What is up, gamers? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to their esports talk video, finally out there, based off a Dutch interview. I will link down below an amazing interview with Mitro. If you guys do not know, one of Liquid's newer signees for Fortnite. Fortnite in a scene we have talked long about in this channel. I'm sure we will in the future as well. Before we hop into what you're probably here for, you might want to skip ahead to actually find out how much a top-tier Fortnite pro player is making. This article and interview is so great because it also talks about not only Mitro and his background as well, but also the background of a co-founder and co-owner of Liquid himself. That's going to be Victor Goosens. If you guys do not know, I had no idea his backstory before this at all. When I see Liquid, I think Steve as the owner. We actually have the founder here though, and of course a co-owner as well. That's going to be Victor, who comes from the StarCraft scene, Counter-Strike scene, was a former professional poker player making at least 100,000 euros a year casually playing the game. He left it all behind to pursue esports and of course become a co-owner of Team Liquid. He now operates a variety of roles out there, including coaching a guy like Mitro, who they actually include in this article to be a bit more introverted, albeit he's 17 years old and a gamer, so we probably expect that. But it's super cool to see a founder and an owner of Liquid step in to various roles, including something as small and minuscule and specific as coaching a Fortnite player, which is super cool. And it's also wild, his background as well. I'll show you guys a few clips and pictures of him in his former, playing days. He was borderline a pro player, certainly a gamer out there, and a pro player when it came to poker as well. Super wild, the backstories that we don't know about some of these, these founders and owners who are a bit more not so in the limelight as compared to like a Jack Etienne or a Nadeshot, who we know a lot about. Now, besides all of this, I want to show you guys, sorry for the lack of proper translation, and of course what you are here for is what is a top Fortnite pro making. It actually, in the translation on screen for all of you guys, it's supposed to say that Mitro already had an agent when trying to consult offers out there, one of which he accepted with Liquid, his contract being over $100,000. That translation saying more than a ton. It was actually supposedly meaning over $100,000 for his Fortnite contract. With all of his winnings together as well, he's already approaching slowly but surely, maybe in a year or two from now, already being a millionaire, as we've talked a lot about many Fortnite teenager pros who are slowly approaching, if not already in the hundreds of thousands, if not in the millions of earnings so far. And Mitro is certainly up there when it comes time for overall earnings, and him making over 100K just signing a couple months back or a bit longer with Liquid. It does beg the question though, that's a lot of money to not be competing and to not have a World Cup 2 announcement. I think it certainly makes more of the argument against other organizations we have seen, many of which actually dropping out of Fortnite, or at least not signing any new players out there. I think 100 Thieves and Liquid are amongst the few people actually still signing people. NRG as well. It makes you wonder how much they're going to be paying, or how much they already did pay for Liquid like Mitro. NRG, they signed new people like Unknown Army. Of course, we have 100 Thieves. They've signed a couple big signings. Mr. Savage probably being the biggest one for them. How much did they pay, and is that hurting their pockets overall? I don't know. Liquid's worth a couple 100 million euros, so 100K is probably not much here and there, but compared to most Fortnite pro players, those are probably some of your highest payees, and 100K plus for a Fortnite salary on top of all their prize pools and content creation earnings, that's a lot of money. This dude is 17 years old, competing in the highest prize pooled esport of all time in a short less than 3 years. Fortnite's already a top 3, if not a top 2, in terms of dished out amounts of prize pools. Only Dota and CSGO really compete. League of Legends up there as well. But in less than 3 years, Fortnite has given out more prize earnings than any game out there. To be 17 and a Fortnite pro with a Liquid contract and content creation as well, albeit Mitro a bit more, as they did stay introverted than others. It's crazy to see with all this stuff going on, this 17-year-old is making more than probably 99.9% of other esports pros out there, and a super, super cool backstory from an organization like Liquid. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. How much are top-tier Fortnite pros making? Well, maybe around 6-figure salaries for the top of the top, but the most of which they are making is prize pools and content. Crazy, crazy times. Until next time, stay tuned. I'll be back here very soon.